Welcome to Friday night here at the liquor store warehouse, and I'm Stephan, and this is
Zachary.
And
Chris.
And we're going to try out a little bit of wine tonight with you. Our first one here, what you call this, Zachary?
That is a Poulet Fumé. It is a Sauvignon Blanc from the Loire Valley.
Such fancy talk, I tell ya. Woo! Tell us about this, Mr. Zachary.
Yeah, so Loire Valley, so they make Sauvignon Blanc. They make a great, light, crisp, very floral style of Sauvignon Blanc. So if you bring the glass up to your nose, you're definitely going to get that kind of bright tropical fruit, citrus, almost like a lemon peel, some grassy, earthy notes as well.
Why can't they just make it simple and just call it Sauvignon Blanc?
Because that would be too easy. French like to make things a little more complicated, I feel like. Basically, it just comes down to tradition. Anytime you're talking about French wine, they always care a little bit more about terroir and where the wine actually is coming from than the actual grape that's in the glass. Chris just shucking
That was, yeah.
I'm like over here smelling it and tasting it.
I think I'm going to do that for everyone, though, is the thing.
So did you like it?
It was pretty good, pretty good. I've had a couple of polyfumes in my time. This ranks up there.
Okay. So, we got Sauvignon Blanc from the Loire area.
Absolutely.
I'd give this a 5. What would you give this today, Chris?
I give it a 7 out of 8.
7 out of 8? Okay. Oh, okay. What do you think about this one?
I'd rank this one right about an 8 out of 10.
Okay. So we're not drinking this cold right now.
Correct.
Are we out of sorts?
I always say that people drink their reds too warm and their whites too cold. I would suggest this somewhere around the lines of probably like 45 to 50 degrees. So the colder it is, the less flavor that you actually get from the wine.
Moving on to the next one here. What would you say that is there, Chris?
That is a Charles Jaguet Chenin Cuvée Terroir.
Ooh.
So this is actually a Cabernet Franc, also from the Loire Valley, from the Chinon region in Loire. Kind of basically central Loire. They are known for their Cabernet Franc, and always a little bit more kind of green vegetable, almost like chili pepper on the nose as well. Medium body, peppery, would go well with any kind of gamed meat or any kind of lighter steak like a filet or anything like that. Or even just a bacon cheeseburger.
Green?
Yes.
Green what? Green what?
Think like leafy greens.
Oh.
Kind of like that, if you smell like leafy greens, it's kind of earthy. It's got that kind of bright flavor to it.
Got a
Smells
little
like
bit of
wine
kale
to me.
in there.
Yeah, you get the kale?
I get the kale.
Smokes. All right. Well, I'm glad you get the kale. I don't get any kale out of that bottle. How do you feel going down?
Earthy.
Oh. I love it.
You guys are right on
love
par.
it.
I like it.
Okay. Ooh. Ronnie. All right, Ronnie. Okay. What do we got here?
So this is actually Gigondas, or as I like to refer to it as Baby Chateauneuf de Pape.
Did you say that is Gagandus?
Gigondus.
Gagandus.
This is actually a blend of, it is 70% Grenache and
Doesn't feel like a
30% Syrah, coming from the southern Rhone. I call it a Baby Chateauneuf de Pape, just basically because it's a style like Chateauneuf de Pape. It's big, it's bold, perfect steak wine, but almost at a third to half the price of what a Chateauneuf de Pape is going to cost.
Talking my language.
You're talking your language. Right on, brother. Yeah, save the ducats. This was my favorite wine. Why? Light, grassy, Sauvignon Blanc. Big fan of Sauvignon Blanc, but more importantly, just knowing that it's not your standard everyday Sauvignon Blanc that you would find on the shelf. Had a beautiful bouquet. It looks great in the bottle. Tastes even better coming right out of the glass and going down. We did not taste it cold, so it was about room temperature here. But all in all, the reason I enjoyed it the most is I think I'm having fish for dinner tonight. I think that pair really well with it. Thank you.
My favorite wine was the Gigondas from Southern Rhone. I think for what it is and the value that it has, I think it's the best one out of the lineup today. Definitely full body, perfect steak wine, perfect food wine. I think it would go with a lot of great dishes for dinner. Cheers.
My favorite wine was also the Domaine de Durban Gigondus. At 14.5, it is the most alcoholic of the wines we've tasted. However, you can only have so much before hitting the road. I recommend this spiked seltzer. at 6.0, you can get a few of them in.
Well, folks, that has been the conclusion of our Friday night wine tasting here at our warehouse. And we're having a great time and hope that you come on by the liquor store and pick up some of these beauties. Take care. Stay beautiful, San Francisco.